What's going on, family? I hope everybody's having an absolutely amazing day. Welcome once again. And of course, I'm so grateful that you decided to take out the time and listen to this video and take some notes. I promise you that the information that you get on this video will change your life. It's going to change your business. It's going to change the course of everything that you do over the next 12 months. It was videos like these that I used to watch time and time and time, and I still do, to make sure that I'm in alignment with where I need to be. So one thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about, I'm going to title this video Work Ethic and what that truly means. I think people have a misconception about success, and that success is actually relatively easy to get as long as you're quote unquote consistent with what you do. Well, if you're anything like me, if you're watching this video, I imagine that we are kindred souls, that we are cut from the same cloth, and that you are truly looking to make an impact on the world, that you're truly looking to make sure that your business is second to none, that you do things in a major way. Well, from my studying of the millionaires and the billionaires, or anybody that's achieved anything of prominence, I see that the biggest thing that they have in common is an uncommon work ethic. Now, here's the problem. I know many of the people that watch my videos are probably high achievers already. You're probably doing incredible in your industry, or you're doing quite well. Let's just say that. Well, there's a huge difference between measuring up your work ethic with your peers and measuring up your work ethic to your standard. Now, I'm gonna tell you what I mean by that. Tony Robbins, he was talking about people making New Year's resolutions, and a lot of times people don't follow through on those resolutions, and many times they don't do that because they just simply haven't raised their standards. Remember, you don't get what you want out of life you don't get what you want out of life. Sorry about that. Shouldn't be probably doing these videos and driving, but you don't get what you want out of life. You get what your standards are. What your standards are. So depending on the standard that you have for your life, for your business, for whatever that thing is that you want to achieve on a high level, that will determine ultimately your work ethic. Prime example, if you look at guys like Kobe Bryant, if you look at guys like Michael Jordan, if you look at guys like the Grant Cardones, you look at Gary Vaynerchuk, you look at gentlemen like Les Brown or Tony Robbins. I mean, if you really study them, if you study them and you see the time that they put in. Tony Robbins has a weekend seminar that he does. It's a 3-day seminar. There is a total of 9 hours. Not out of the 3 days, 9 hours out of 72 hours that he has a break. That means on average, he's training people anywhere from 16 to 19 hours every single day. Now, I don't know if you've ever been in a sales presentation. I don't know if you've ever done a seminar or anything like that, but it is draining when you're putting your emotion into something, when you're trying to convey an idea to somebody. So imagine for 19 hours straight. Now, he didn't even mention that leading up to him doing these seminars, he studied for 4 years. For 4 years. Guys, you look at guys like Kobe Bryant that will wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. His trainer, a gentleman by the name of Tim Grover, has a great book called Relentless. I encourage you guys to take a look at that. Tim Grover would say that Michael Jordan was one of the best players that he's ever trained, but Kobe Bryant had the best work ethic. Why? Because they would get done with the session at 11 o'clock at night, and he would wake up at 3 a.m. and say, hey, can you meet me at the gym? I need you to meet me at the gym right now. Then he would go throughout that entire day. He would have a game, and right after the game, be ready to work out again. I'll use my example. At the point that I really started to have success in the industry I'm a part of right now, I would hear people say, hey, listen, you got to do 40 hours a week. You got to do 50 hours a week. But that's if you want average success. I looked at the people around me and I said, okay, I love the results that they're getting, but I have a completely different standard. So I will put in 12-hour days. Now, that wouldn't even count the time that I would be driving to and from the territories that I was going to. Waking up at 5 a.m., to leave the house at 7 a.m., to get to my first house at 9 a.m., to work the entire day until 8, to drive back home and not get home until 11. But that's what it took to get to where I am right now, and I'm still nowhere close to where I want to be. So the point is, do not measure your work ethic based on the people around you. The people around you probably are working 40-hour weeks. And again, if you're watching this video, I'm not expecting for you to really be the person that says, you know what, I just want to have more time with my family. No, that's not what it's about. There is no balance in the beginning of you building a dream. Building something that your family will be able to eat off of for the rest of your life and truly be able to spend time with them the way you want to. You're gonna have to put in more time. So there may be some nights that you don't go to sleep until 1 o'clock in the morning. And then you gotta wake up 3 hours later. But that's what you do in order to build that sweat equity to live the life that nobody else would want to live. I heard somebody call it ambitiously lazy. Ambitiously lazy. Most of you are tired of the 40-40-40 plan. 40 years, 40 hours a week to eventually retire and make 40% off of what you couldn't survive off of in the first place. I'm ambitiously lazy. I'm willing to take that condensed time, 40 hours a week over 40 years, put it into 5 years, work my face off, so that way I can spend that time with my family the way I choose to. To have homes all over the world, to vacation whenever we want to live and shop and get the juice out of life that my family deserves. By doing and being the person that nobody else will be right now. And that's gonna take an extreme, obsessive work ethic. So guys, evaluate how your work ethic has been over the last 12 months and create a new standard for where your life is about to go. Get your work ethic together. We will see you at the top, not from the top, because you deserve it. Have a great day, guys.